Oh, for some reason I just can't seem to gain muscle mass. I don't have the motivation to go to the gym. I don't feel like getting out of bed, or I'm just too tired. I'm really craving this food, or this food, or this food here. There are so many men in the world wondering these things, all the while they're like reaching their hands in a bag of Doritos, or like they're only sleeping for 5 hours, or every Friday night they're going to some BS party, and they really are wondering why they don't want to do any work, or why they just can't seem to gain any muscle, or don't want to like go to the gym. They really sit here and they wonder why. You know why. You know exactly what the problem is. Let's just get something straight. The world is filled with many weak, tired, and just purely disappointing individuals. And one of the main issues is because so many men have low testosterone. The actual statistic is about 50% of men have low testosterone. That's 1 in 2 men have low testosterone. And in this video, I'm going to walk through 6 things that are absolutely annihilating these types of men's testosterone. I'm going to discuss everything very quickly, very efficiently, so that I don't waste any of your time, unlike a lot of those BS YouTubers out there who just want to make long videos to have a long video. And around here, we're not about that. I promote true value in as little time as possible. But first, don't skip this because this is actually a relatable part of this video. It relates to what I'm going to talk about in this video quite a bit, so stick around. It's only going to take like 25-30 seconds, but basically I have a full bodybuilding guide which I've linked in the description down below. It's the first link to the description. I spent like 3 months designing it and including like some of the best workouts, best exercises, best splits, best nutrition, and actually a lot of things that can improve testosterone. So once you trust me, you can go check that out down below. I promise you, if you follow everything in that full bodybuilding guide, you will build your dream physique and your life will change. So let's get back into those 6 things. Number 1 is poor mental health. You know, if you're dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, whatever it might be, that poor mental health is going to be annihilating your testosterone. That's because when you're stressed out, when you're upset about something, hormones called cortisol flood your brain. And cortisol is basically the opposite of testosterone. When cortisol rises, testosterone decreases. Like I said, if you have a bunch of anxiety, depression, if you feel unsafe, all of these things are going to cause a lot of cortisol to constantly be flooding into your brain, all the while decreasing your testosterone. And the second reason why many men have a lot of testosterone issues is because of having a poor diet. And listen, I hear so many people complain about, like we said, not being able to gain muscle mass, having low motivation, not wanting to go to the gym, things like that. And then I watch them eat junk food. I watch them go to McDonald's, eat a quarter pounder with cheese, and I just think, like, you really wonder what the problem is? Like, you know what needs to happen. Like, you're eating bad food, junk food with full of sugar, full of processed materials, a lot of plastics, and really all you have to do to fix that is just eat a balanced diet full of base ingredients. Base ingredients are basically just foods that the only ingredient within that food is the food itself. So like steak, like potatoes, like fruits and vegetables, like the only ingredient is the food itself. If you stick to that food, you will see success. And along with that, you also want to have a balanced number of macros. It's like protein, fats, carbs, and also having a surplus amount of calories. If you nail all of that, your testosterone will rise and you will see success and your life will change. And also that full bodybuilding guide that I mentioned before goes far more into depth about all of the nutrition you need. So again, if you want to go check that out, certainly be my guest. And also I've made a couple videos about the perfect diet for cutting and for bulking. And the third thing that is absolutely killing a lot of people's testosterone is having too much body fat. So obviously many people in the world today are extremely fat, so fat to where it's actually quite shocking. And this bullet point of being too fat kind of goes along with having a poor nutrition. So it's kind of like a cycle. If you have a poor nutrition, you're going to get more fat. You're going to crave more of that junk food, get more and more fat. Testosterone just plummets more and more. Obviously, like I said, follow those nutrition tips that I already mentioned in the last bullet point, and obviously you can check out that full bodybuilding guide in those videos that I mentioned as well. So just stay in shape, exercise, have that healthy diet that we talked about, and you'll be good. And the fourth reason why many men's testosterone is being killed is because they're not getting enough sleep. For example, some people may go to bed at, let's say, 10 p.m. and then wake up at 6 a.m. So a lot of people would sit there, they'd do the math, and they'd say, well, I'm sleeping for 8 hours. Not true. Not true at all, actually. And that's because the amount of time that you're in bed does not equal the amount of time that you're sleeping. And this is what's known as sleep efficiency. And most people's sleep efficiency is about 80%, which means 80% of the time that they're in bed, they're actually getting quality sleep. And because of this sleep efficiency thing, a lot of people just simply do not get enough sleep that they need. When you're sleeping, that's when like all of your testosterone is being produced. when you're asleep. So that's why it's very important to get your sleep right, and why a lot of people have low testosterone, because they're not getting enough sleep. And the fifth bullet point of why so many men have testosterone issues is because you're living a sedentary and lazy lifestyle. You're just being a bitch, basically, and you're not doing anything, you're not working towards anything. For example, if you're just constantly laying around watching YouTube, eating junk bullshit. Let's say you're going out and you're partying every weekend and you're getting wasted at all those BS parties every Friday night. You're gonna pay for it oftentimes with your testosterone. And these people who are lazy, live sedentary lives of no purpose, they currently have nothing that they're working towards. You know, whether that's a business, a degree, you know, an education, or any kind of goal, really, that is. You need to be working towards something, because if you don't have something you're working towards, you are lazy. It's simple as that. Have something you're working towards so that you're not being lazy. You're actually working hard and living a fulfilling life, because that fulfilling life that you're going to live is going to help your testosterone, make you more happy, and make you more willing to do even more work. Don't be lazy. Don't live a sedentary life. Have some sort of goal that you're working towards. And number 6, the final bullet point on this list, we're just going to call it adult films. So I want to kind of keep this video, this channel, kind of clean, more PG, and that's why we're just going to call it adult films. Partaking in these said adult films and doing the activities that go along with them are absolutely going to annihilate your testosterone. But this one specifically is just going to be even more detrimental. And honestly, the way to fix this is just to completely stop doing it. Work towards it. Start limiting it, and then eventually work towards stopping it completely. In order to do this, don't be in the mindset that, ooh, I'm trying not to. Be in the mindset that it's not who you are. Because if you're in the mindset that it's not who you are, you'll be less likely to do it. And kind of in the beginning of your journey to stop, you'll be less likely to do it more often. And that can be one of your goals that you're working towards, is to stop doing that, because it's simply killing your testosterone. If you improve all 6 of these things, your testosterone will rise, and I promise you, your life will change. So yeah, those were the 6 things that are annihilating your testosterone that I promised to discuss with you. Again, be sure to check out my full bodybuilding guide, first link down below. If you found this video valuable, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content that'll be coming out in the future. And of course, stay persistent, and most importantly, take care.